Potiphar's secret, the shocking truth behind Pharaoh's official revealed, few knew what truly happened that night in the heart of Egypt. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting amber hues across the Nile, whispers filled the air. It was a night laden with tension, the kind of night where secrets clung to the walls like shadows. Potiphar, the revered official of Pharaoh, held a power that many envied, yet no one understood the depths of his mind. In the lush land of Goshen, wealth and opulence surrounded him. His house, a magnificent structure painted in hues of rosy twilight, echoed with the sounds of clattering servants and clinking gold. But behind closed doors, an unsettling mystery brewed. Potiphar had a secret, a truth so shocking it could unravel empires. His face, usually fierce and commanding, now bore a furrowed expression. Fear and suspicion danced in his eyes, every glance an unspoken question. But rumors began to ripple through the townsfolk. Why did Potiphar take in that Hebrew slave? They murmured, faces twisted in disbelief. Joseph. The name echoed with reverence and scorn alike. Handsome, bright-eyed, and gifted. His presence sparked curiosity and admiration, but behind every heart's flutter lay a hint of jealousy. Many wondered, what could a mere slave offer that would catch the eye of an official like Potiphar? As the moon cast its silver light upon the world, an air of despair hung heavy. Reports of inexplicable miracles clung to Joseph like a well-worn cloak. Was it true, they pondered, that all he touched prospered? That dreams unfolded before him, laying bare the future. Potiphar's wife was not immune to the enchantment of this young man. Her hunger was palpable, a growing obsession that seethed just beneath her elegant exterior. Rumors twisted. Potiphar sensed it. His heart raced with confusion. Was it admiration or something darker? He began to question the very essence of loyalty. And then came the moment that shattered everything. A night of reckless abandonment, a broken trust that sent ripples through the palace. The chilling scream of betrayal pierced the night, as a marriage crumbled like dust in the wind. The silence that followed was deafening. Why did Joseph flee? Did he bear the weight of innocence, or did shame hide beneath his every breath? As Potiphar stared into the abyss of his own making, caught between love, envy, and devotion, he clutched his trembling hands. The night was full of secrets, but which ones would come to light? The tension thickened like smoke in the air. There lay before them the remnants of choices, each one sharper than the last, leading to unthinkable outcomes. Hey, before we continue with this amazing story, I need to give you an important heads up. Many subscribers have reported that YouTube unsubscribed them without warning. Take a quick second to check the red button below to make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. I'd hate for you to miss any of the exclusive content coming soon. And while you're there, smash that like button, it really helps me out with the algorithm. Oh, and tell me in the comments, which city are you watching from? I love getting to know every amazing person who's part of this community. Your participation makes all the difference. Let's connect. In the stillness that enveloped Potiphar's home, the air thickened with unshed tears and unspoken words. The world beyond his opulent walls carried on, unaware of the earthquake brewing within. Yet, for Potiphar, the ground felt unsteady, fragile as glass beneath his feet. He had always prided himself on his authority, but now a deeper fear gripped him, fear of losing not just his reputation but the very bonds of family and trust that tethered him to his own discretions. Meanwhile, the actions of Joseph reverberated like a distant drumbeat in the silence of Potiphar's heart. The young Hebrew had not just escaped from the woman's grasp, he had fled the very essence of deception that shrouded his own existence. As Potiphar pondered this, shades of doubt taunted him. Was the boy truly innocent? Every fleeting glance, each moment shared in the shadows of servitude, came rushing back. Joseph had a spirit that lit up even the darkest corners. It held a strange pulse of truth. The following day, the sun blazed with unusual ferocity, the heat seemingly igniting the chaos within. Rumors escalated, myriads of voices weaving fabrications with fragments of truth, creating a tapestry of uncertainty. Potiphar, ever the stoic leader of men, felt uncharacteristically hollow, as if the essence of his being waned with every malicious whisper. The tension wound tighter as he moved through the marketplace, where the air stung with the scent of spiced meats and fresh bread. Yet, his appetite fled, overshadowed by the taste of bitterness that lingered in his mouth. In his plight, Potiphar sought counsel from his closest confidants, wise men whose discernment had guided him through many tribulations. Their voices soothed him, yet they, too, were enraptured by the spectacle created around Joseph's flight. Men speak of a vision, one elderly scribe noted, stroking his beard, a vision that this servant possesses. They say he knows the secrets of dreams, and those secrets could raise him to heights you cannot fathom. Or bring ruin upon us all, Potiphar replied curtly, clenched fists betraying his struggle to remain composed. The weight of what lay ahead burdened his mind. To seek Joseph out was to delve into the unknown, a journey steeped in risk. If his suspicions about Joseph were true, did he have the strength to confront the burgeoning shadows lurking at the periphery of his consciousness? Later, as twilight approached, Potiphar stood at the edge of his gardens, the fragrant blossoms swaying gently in the dusk. The magnificent home around him, once a sanctuary, now felt suffocating, each wall whispering echoes of his choices. It dawned on him that the fear of losing his status paled in comparison to the dread of not understanding the heart of the man he had given a chance. He was caught between loyalty to his wife and a burgeoning curiosity regarding the young slave who had unwittingly upended his life. That night, with the stars blinking overhead like ancient secrets in the sky, Potiphar's hand trembled as he traced a crooked line in the sand, feeling the soft earth yielding to his touch. What unseen paths lay ahead, he wondered. Would he summon the courage to embrace the unraveling threads of fate, or would he remain ensnared by his anguish? As he pondered this, a sudden question ignited within him: was it truly Joseph who posed the greatest threat, or merely a reflection of his own unacknowledged fears? The night deepened, cloaking the world in shadows and a longing for clarity. Potiphar remained outside, rooted to the spot, his heart a turbulent sea. The cool night air carried whispers of the past. Memories of his early days filled with unwavering confidence now felt like fleeting echoes. They were the remnants of a man who believed he could master his fate with sheer determination. Yet tonight, another struggle unfolded within him. What did it truly mean to seek the truth? In the heavy silence, Potiphar was struck by an unsettling realization: it was his own heart that was the labyrinth he had failed to navigate. He recalled the stories Joseph had whispered in the quiet of the evening, the tales of his homeland, of a father who grieved for him, and dreams that flickered like flames upon a darkened canvas. Each story painted Joseph not as a mere servant, but as a bearer of something far more significant than Potiphar could fathom at that moment. In the stillness, a flicker of doubt illuminated his thoughts. The court was a place governed by power and authority, a world where reputation was his currency. Yet, here, he stood on the edge of an abyss, confronted with the possible innocence of the young man who had already shattered his preconceived notions. What if the truth he feared lay not in betrayal, but rather in unearthing a raw, unvarnished reality? Potiphar made his way back into the house, the elegant marble floors reflecting the occasion. Each step echoed louder in the cavernous halls, a reminder of the weight pressing down upon him. He found himself drawn to the room that had borne witness to the unraveling of his life, a chamber steeped in both passion and deceit. He confronted the glimmering objects inside, symbols of his former life. Curiously, they now appeared as prisons rather than treasures, encapsulating a life built on masks and expectations. As he stood in the midst of opulence while grappling with internal decay, Potiphar felt compelled to look deeper. He mulled over his options: the safety of the familiar versus the chaos of the unpredictable. Were potions of power and authority truly necessary to navigate the struggles of the human soul? He recalled the words of a sage who had once shared, "In the heart of man lies the true kingdom, to rule it is the greatest challenge." The folly of suppressing truth became vivid in his mind, igniting an insatiable desire for revelation. What truths lay intertwined in the fates of Joseph, his wife, and himself? Was it a confrontation meant to bring destruction, or could it, perhaps, stitch together the frayed edges of their lives? With the weight of his thoughts pressing heavily, Potiphar resolved to seek Joseph once more. Was the young man's fate an open book or a well-guarded secret? The journey ahead was ominous yet inviting. The delicate balancing act between trust and disbelief beckoned him onward, urging him toward a deeper understanding. As he stood before the darkened window, peering into the vastness beyond, a flicker of hope mingled with the dread of uncertainty. Was it possible to confront his own reflection in the guise of another? Could the courage to unravel this mystery illuminate paths he had never anticipated? And what awaited him in the next chapter of this unfolding drama?